Seen.
Harry Potter versus Kong.
Saw.
The Lord of the Potters, The Return of the Harry.
Saw.
Avengers Endgame.
Seen.
Avengers End Table.
Saw.
Avengers Endoscopy.
Seen.
Avengers End of the Year Sale.
Seen it 4 times.
Comedians in cars getting coffee.
Saw.
Comedians on bikes getting high.
Seen.
Comedians in boats getting brunch.
Seen.
Comedians on horses getting divorced.
Saw.
Comedians in planes getting bitten by snakes on a plane.
Seen.
The Boys.
Saw it.
Girls.
Seen it.
Golden Girls.
Seen. Wait. Have I ever seen the Golden Girls? I don't think I have.
See, I knew we'd find something for you to watch.
Man, tonight I'm gonna go home and binge the crap out of the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
And hey, Andy,
Yeah?
thank you for being a friend. All right, we've got a great show tonight, and you haven't seen this one yet. Kevin James gonna be joining us. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. I'm gonna pretend to drink something. It's empty. My guest tonight is a very funny comedian who starred in The King of Queens and Kevin Can Wait. His new series, The Crew, is streaming right now on Netflix. Please welcome Kevin James. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. How you doing? Are you doing all right?
I'm losing it a little bit. Well, you can relate because you did stand-up for years and you did a show in front of a crowd. This is a strange time. We're all doing the best we can. I see that you're in a room and they took your furniture away. I don't know.
Everything was gone. It's all been locked down on quarantine. I'm not allowed to quarantine with furniture. I'm not allowed to be near furniture. It's not in my bubble.
Well, just looking at you, it looks like all your stuff got repossessed. That like you
Pretty much.
you made some bad investments and they came and took everything.
COVID quarantine came with a need for something to do, and that turned into gambling, and that turned into some bad decisions. And
I'm glad that you chose this show as a place to talk about this openly.
Yeah,
because people really go to.
Thanks for having me.
I am the Oprah of late night. No, am I right? You are not living in New York. You're living in Florida now. Is that right?
I'm in Florida now. Well, I'm part-time. I'm splitting, but I got out of there with the snow and. It was crazy. By the way, down here in Florida, it's people going around like nothing's going on. I mean, it's
right.
It's insane.
So they're acting like COVID's not a problem.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's masked, but they seem to be okay. I don't know.
Right. I think when you wear a thong to work, it's probably hard to talk someone into wearing a mask. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. If you're not covering the other end properly.
Why would you care about this?
Why would I cover?
When you lived here, you mentioned you lived here in LA. Some people get freaked out. They don't want to live in LA because they're worried about the earthquakes. Did you do okay with that when you lived here?
No, I didn't. Because here, you get a hurricane, you can see it coming. It's that whole lack of control thing. I think when I was in LA, I had a couple little rumbles, and I'd never experienced anything like it before. So I felt completely out of control. The whole place is swinging, and I freak out and I overreact to every little one now. So I didn't like it at all. It wasn't like I would act like it was the one in '94,
right?
And it would just be a little shimmer, and I go crazy. Honestly, I just rip my shirt off and I would run outside. I don't know the rules, by the way. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
No, well, let me tell you something. No one says take your shirt off in an earthquake and run outside. That's not one of the. No one says to do that.
I think it is. I think it is. Find the door jam. Take your shirt off.
The door jam. I've heard. I don't see take your shirt off anywhere on this blank blue card.
It's not on. All right. Well, I heard head between the legs, take your shirt off. I don't know. Well, anyway, my shirt was off.
That sounds erotic. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you're having a good time, even if the world's shaking.
Are you? How are you doing? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you? Because this is a time when a lot of people can. Man, I know for myself, I usually try to stay pretty active, and especially these late stages of COVID. I can notice, I think I've been on this couch for like 11 hours straight.
Yeah.
And I'm not even reading a book. I'm just lying here staring at the molding on the ceiling. How are you doing with the whole thing?
It's the same thing. And I really made a conscious effort. Like when COVID hit, when we were all in the quarantine and lockdown, I was adamant about not letting this get the best of me. Like I was going to be one of the few that came out of this thing like better than he went in. And it's like, wow, look what Kevin James did, man. Look how ripped he is. Like he just completely reinvented his career. He's just on top of the world. And that was it. I was like, I'm going to shock people. They're not going to know. I'm going to have a different look. And about day 3, that was out. And it was,
So 2 days. You got 2 days of that.
2 full days of it. I was locked in. Something threw me. I don't know what it was, but it was somebody brought over a lasagna, and then I looked at Peloton. I wanted to do that.
Oh, that's been very popular during quarantine. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah, so everybody was doing that, and I looked into it, and then I checked out some of the workouts on that, and they're brutal. They're really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, so I didn't like that. I would look for the easiest workout, and then I would look for the guy who looks like he would make the easiest workout, just so I could keep up. And then I couldn't find anybody there. Basically, I was just looking for a guy, I don't know, maybe just a guy sitting on a stationary bike watching TV with me. It just sounded like a friend. I don't even know if it was just, it just felt like it was like, yeah.
Why does the person need to be moving? I'm with you on that. Just a person who's on the bike, but with a really big, wide seat, not moving, maybe enjoying some fried rice.
Well, that would be the part that pissed me off the most, when they would, everybody up, stand up. Why are we standing up? Standing up on your bikes. It's like, it was just too much. Yeah. So I was just kind of, I stopped very, very early on, realizing I was just looking for a friend and just looking to get out of it.
Are you able to go to any doctor's appointments? I don't think I've seen anybody, this whole time. I thought, I don't want to go to a doctor's office. So
no, I haven't gotten checked out. I've got lumps everywhere. I've got things I've got to do. I haven't, my dentist, the dentist cleaning, I'm so afraid of it now. It's been, because it's supposed to be like 6 months. You go every,
Yeah.
We're going on a year now, and like, I don't even know. It's like, I'm afraid to do the whole checkup thing, get cleaning. And I don't like when they do I hate it when I always feel like I'm just not prepared, and they do the gum check.
Yeah.
Do they do that on you?
Yes, they do. They check your gums to make sure that you're flossing, that your gums are healthy. And I don't, I'm not ever ready for that.
Never. And they give numbers, and the numbers, the higher the number, the worse you're doing, and you feel crappy about yourself. And they're like, oh, 3, 2, oh, good. And you feel good. And then it's like gambling. And then it's like, oh, 5.
That whole part of your jaw is just rotting out.
Disgusting.
Yeah. No, I've had that where I actually think right now, because I go, whatever, once, twice a year, and they scrape the tartar off your enamel.
Yes.
I think the tartar, after a year of not being scraped, is holding my teeth together. Like,
without a doubt.
I think my gums are gone, and I just have tartar holding the teeth. That's what's locked it all in at this point.
Once they remove the barnacles and all that stuff, my teeth I feel like they're shifting in the wind. They feel like
there's no barnacles in there.
It's something. It's very thick cement.
Let's talk about The Crew. Very funny show and a great idea, because it's set in the world of NASCAR. And it really, which is a hugely popular part of America, and Americana. And so it seemed to me like it was a good decision to set it there. And your character, it feels like this gives you an impression to kind of try different things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you've been working a couple of impressions in there every now and then.
Oh, yeah. I'm not great at impressions, but one of my coworkers did so I had to pull out a De Niro impression right away, because just the face.
Yeah.
It was just one of those. It's not good.
No.
Yeah, I'm not good at impressions. Do you have impressions?
I do cartoony impressions over the years of certain people. Like for years I would do Schwarzenegger years and years ago. And then I realized it's basically a dictator ranting. And it sounds like he has sausage in his mouth. But do you do any of your friends? Because I know you and Ray Romano were tight, and everybody.
I used to do Ray. Ray. Ray was always the Ray. Come on. That was always that one. Then everybody started doing Ray, so I went away from that. I had a little bit of a Rocky for a while.
Rocky Balboa? The
Rocky Balboa, which everybody had, just at my own, it was all that stuff.
Right.
But what I like is I have a Mickey. Yeah, Mickey.
The
Not a lot of
trainer.
people do Mick.
No, everyone does Rocky. No one does Mickey.
Yeah, let me try to do a Mickey, okay? You fighting bombs and you fight a crap life and you must ban that one. You're fighting, you criminal just you. I don't know what he's saying. But that's basically my Mickey. And that's it. That's really,
You have to, yeah. Between him and Stallone, you need subtitles to know what's going on. That's very
they go back
good.
and forth.
That's very good. The thing I don't do a Ray Romano impression, but the thing I've noticed about him is that for a guy who's had so much success in his life, it hasn't changed him at all, and he's he's always just kind of and I don't know, and every time I see him, I'm like, Ray, it's good to see you. It's so it's a sunny day. It could rain soon. It's like, I don't know.
Pessimistic, personified. Yeah, he's amazing. You won't get to talk very much into a conversation. You won't get deep into it without him bringing up a skin tag or just something bad in his life that's gone awry.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, things are good, right?
Okay.
I mean, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
But come on, it's like, so.
How many years could I have left? So you play in the crew. You're the crew chief of this NASCAR racing team. So it works into the show very nicely that there's a bunch of people you have to work with, and so you get these great characters involved. And I would imagine also you get to have some real NASCAR personalities come in.
Without a doubt, yeah. We've had Ryan Blaney and Cole Custer, and these guys are great. They're great actors too, which annoyed me. Honestly, they were very funny when they came on the set. That's one of the benefits of having NASCAR behind you, so you're not doing schmashcar, where you're kind of making up this world. They give you everything. They give you cars, and we've had the drivers and all that. But the key to it is the cast of this one for me, because I mean, I've done domestic comedies before, and this is a workplace comedy, which is different for me.
Right.
But the ball, man, you can dish the ball to them, and they're just fantastic. They're just so great. They're young, good, funny. They really piss me off in a way because they are so good at, like, I thought I'd be the old guy kind of giving them the tips of a sitcom, how a sitcom works and all this stuff. And they're much better than I ever was. So it's a pleasure to share these.
I can relate to that. I get really irritated when really good looking athletes are also very funny.
Yes.
And I'm like, Blake Griffin, you don't need this.
Yes.
You're
so good in one area of your life.
And then you do this, and I'm like, oh, you're really quick and funny.
Yeah.
This is all I ever had a little bit of. And you know what I mean? I can't dabble in what you're doing. It's irritating. Right. Well, we have a clip here. We have a clip here from the crew, and anything we need to do to set this up, I'm not sure we need anything for it.
No, I don't think no.
Not during COVID. We don't do setups during COVID.
No, they were taken away.
That's the thing I want. When COVID's over and we all get vaccinated, I want my setups. I want setups to come back. All right, let's take a look at this clip from the crew.
All right, here you go. And our waitress apologizes. Ryan Blaney grabbed your wings off the bar before she picked them up.
What? Son of a bitch, Ryan Blaney.
Flip me off? I think so. That's a weird way to lick your fingers.
Before she picked them up.
What? Son of a bitch, Ryan Blaney.
Flip me off? I think so. That's a weird way to lick your fingers.
Hey, what are you doing?
We figured you had enough wings.
We just sat down.
No, we mean like in life.
Oh, hey, Austin, I didn't see you there. Why don't you hop up on Blaney's shoulders and come in as one person?
I'm 5'8". That's average height.
If you stand in your helmet, you are.
That helmet won the Daytona 500.
I just want to have one meal without you bringing that up.
Harry Potter versus Kong, the Lord